Listen, your time is your life, and you're handing it to people who treat it like trash. Every second you spend on the wrong ones is stolen from the right ones. Every drop of energy you waste on them is energy you don't have for you. Cut them off. No drama, no explanation. Just walk away. The right people won't make you beg for their attention. The right people won't leave you guessing. The right people won't waste your time. Have you ever stopped to ask yourself, who is really watching you? Are they there for your light, or just for the distraction? Are they rooting for your rise, or just waiting to watch you fall? This is the tragedy. We spend years, decades even, bleeding and bending, performing for an audience that doesn't even care if we live or die. They only want the show. And so we apologize for our anger, silence our chaos, shrink our wildest edges, because the wrong people never wanted the real you. They wanted a version of you small enough to fit their comfort zone. They clap when you smile, but look away when you bleed. You're not lonely because you're alone. You're lonely because you've been surrounded by the wrong crowd, the ones who drained your fire while pretending to fan the flames. So ask yourself now, what if you stopped playing their game? What if you stopped wasting your precious hours, your fragile heart, on those who see you as a circus act and nothing more? This isn't a call to bitterness. It's a warning to wake up before the cage becomes a coffin. Because time is the one thing you will never get back. And every second you spend bleeding for the wrong people is a second stolen from the ones who truly deserve your soul. So, what are you willing to bleed for? Look around. How many faces wear masks darker than mine? Not the painted kind. The masks of fake smiles, empty words, and hidden agendas. The people you call friends, lovers, even family. Sometimes they're just ghosts pretending to be flesh and blood. Society sells us a lie. That connection is easy, that belonging is natural. But what if belonging has been weaponized? What if the circle you think you're part of is just a cage, a web of convenience and control? Remember this, the wrong people don't lift you up. They weigh you down. They feed on your energy, your hope, your light, and leave you empty, drained, broken. These are the ones who borrow your time like a debt they never intend to repay. They show up only when it suits them, vanish when you need them most. They celebrate your success with hollow cheers, but whisper venom when your back is turned. And still, you chase them. You beg for scraps of attention, for validation, for a crumb of care. Why? Because you've been taught to fear loneliness more than betrayal. You wear your loyalty like chains, not shields. But here's the truth no one wants to say. Loyalty to the wrong people is not noble. It's self-destruction. I've seen it. The way the desperate cling to broken bonds, the way the hopeful bleed for the unworthy. And I laugh, because in the chaos of truth, the mask slips. The wolves reveal their teeth. The parasites expose their hunger. So stop pretending. Stop pouring your soul into vessels that leak. The wrong people are not your family, not your friends. They are the jailers of your potential, the thieves of your time. Cut the strings, break the chains, and watch how your world begins to crumble, just so you can build it again. Hope. Such a beautiful poison. It glows like a flickering candle in a cave full of shadows, promising warmth, light, and salvation. But what if that light is a lie? What if hope is just the cruelest trick played on those who refuse to see? We all crave connection. We hunger to be seen, understood, loved. But sometimes the ones we hope for are the ones who feed off our dreams and spit out disappointment. They dangle promises like poisoned fruit, sweet at first bite, but rotting beneath the skin. Tomorrow will be different, they whisper. I'll change. I'll be there. But tomorrow never comes. Or when it does, it's just another act in a never-ending play of neglect. This false hope keeps you tethered, stuck in cycles of waiting and wondering. It's a trap. A beautifully disguised cage made of excuses, apologies, and empty words, and you're the prisoner, chained by your own longing. Ask yourself, who benefits from your waiting? The answer is simple, not you. The wrong people thrive on your patience because it lets them stay comfortable while your world crumbles. They don't care about your pain. They don't respect your time. They only care about keeping you close enough to use, but far enough to never be truly accountable. And still, you give them chances. You forgive the unforgivable. You stay in the storm, hoping for the rainbow. But what if the storm is their nature? What if the rainbow never existed? It's time to stop. Stop feeding snakes with your hope, because when you do, you don't just lose time, you lose yourself. And that is the real tragedy. Letting go. Such a simple phrase, yet so damn hard to do. Why? Because letting go feels like losing a part of yourself, a part you convinced yourself you needed. But here's a secret. Holding on to the wrong people is not strength. It's weakness disguised as loyalty, fear disguised as love. You think if you let go, you'll be alone. But that's the biggest lie you've been fed. Alone is better than poisoned company. Alone is freedom. Alone is clarity. When you cut the strings, you reclaim your power. You stop being a puppet in someone else's game. You become the master of your own story. Imagine it. No more waiting by the phone. No more excuses for their absence. No more hoping they'll change. Just you. Whole, unbroken. The world might scream, but they're family, or, but they love you. Love without respect is just control in disguise. And family? Sometimes family is just the first cage, so break free. It's messy, it's painful, but it's the only way to breathe again. You will stumble, you will question, but with every cut string, you get closer to your truth. And that truth is worth more than any toxic bond. Remember, the wrong people won't fight to keep you. They'll just let you go. So why waste your life trying to hold on? Cut the strings. Step into the chaos. Find yourself in the ruins, because that's where real freedom begins. Time. the only currency that never returns once spent. You gave yours away to ghosts, to shadows wearing familiar faces, but the clock is ticking and the stage is waiting for a new player. You. No more begging for scraps of attention. No more bleeding out in silence for those who don't see your worth. Every second spent on the wrong people is a second stolen from your own revolution. You're not here to be a background character in someone else's tragedy. You're the author, the villain and the hero, the chaos and the calm. Reclaim your time like a thief in the night, stealing back what was taken. Build your empire on moments that matter. Surround yourself with those who fuel your fire, not snuff it out. Because in the fight, time is your most powerful weapon and your most precious gift. Don't waste it on those who don't deserve your story. Stand up, walk away, burn the bridges that lead to nowhere, and when they ask why, smile that maddest smile and say, I stopped wasting my time on the wrong people. Now it's your turn. Tell me, who did you stop wasting your time on? Share your story in the UE comments. Let the world hear your truth. Because sometimes the first step to freedom is admitting who's not worth it.